the unexplainable. That is why you are here. And now, for the first time, we are bringing to you the full story of what happened on that fateful day. The incidents, the places. My friend, we cannot keep this a secret any longer. Can your heart stand the shocking facts about grave robbers from outer space?
Charge now, Lieutenant. Yeah, yes I am. No.
Oh, I was going to say good enough, but then it actually was time to start. Wild how that works. Anyway, hope everyone's doing good. I just got hit with a random wave of exhaustion, which I refuse to blame on the 20 ounces of Red Bull that I drank a couple hours ago? Yeah, that was around 5. Hey, Sith. Nice shot. So that is completely sourceless, and yeah. Then I realized that the initial plan of playing Doom on the hand cam was gonna suck. And the nice thing about VTuber models is you can tune them however the fuck you want, and it is impossible to tell just how tired you are. Like 200 milligrams of caffeine? I don't know, I can go grab the can from the recycle. Hang on, be right back. Let's see, 270 calories, 240 milligrams of sodium, 68 grams, almost close to carbohydrates, sugar, calcium, niacin, vitamin Axin, Pathanax, vitamin, where the hell's the cat? 189 milligrams for 20 fluid ounces, so we're fine. Don't worry about it, Ace. Or do you? It's up to you. The point is, oh wow, I threw that can far. It's not 200, so we're basically fine. And also, maybe it's a good thing that I didn't stream yesterday, or else I would have had 2 of them. But it's basically fine. Not even close to the highest amount of caffeine I've had in one day. Where am I looking for? It's like, alright, it's like one of the first one. God, it's so weird how they do this, because, oh right, it's part of Cardinal Tower, which is part of, or, not fake the phone. I'll do what I please, thank you very much, Mecca. Also, hey, how's it going? Also, nice. Well, I usually drink 300 milligrams halfway through my work shifts. Nice. I got some caffeine pills around still that I should have flushed a while ago, or did something with their 150 per. I think the most caffeine I've had is like, because I used to do it where I had like a chocolate mold. I'd melt some chocolate chips, put caffeine pills in the middle of them, and that's how I got through classes back in college, because otherwise it was rough. Turns out that was before I realized I had ADHD, so it didn't really do much. So I just took caffeine, and the closest I got was, I remember, calculated it out with the help of some like bio majors or pre-med, what the lethal dose was, and I was like 2 below that. I think it was like 10,000 milligrams. To drink fizzy drinks, self-confined zero sugar Fanta or Pepsi, so I have Sprite can packed for my... Nice. So, good night. Carpe. Very tired, which is... Wait, where is it? Oh, right, here's where I'm going. Then, where from here? There's an annoying fuck-ass door somewhere, and I have no idea where it is, but that's like where we have to go next. I have a heart thing, right? I'm not allowed to drink or anything. Ran out of water, so my mother went to the shop, poured me a drink, drank half the cup before tasting the alcohol. Oh, God. Well, that sounds both concerning and, like, close to the level of... Like, close to the level of... What are you doing with that? And also the thought process of all sorts of water substitutes that could be put in, like, I'll get some alcohol. I think the last thing I drank before I said, yeah, no, not worth it, I'm just gonna quit entirely, was entire 750 milliliter bottle of Jose Cuervo pre-mixed margarita. It was awful. Yes. Oof. Yeah, the only thing I can think of worse than the aforementioned way too much cheap, shitty liquor is an amount that you're not expecting. Because, like, you can kind of brace for it if you know, but if it's just, yeah, sure, I'll take this, drink it, like, wait, the fuck? Then, yeah, that's just gonna hit. So you picture a whiskey shelf. Yeah, that's another reason why I decided to quit drinking, because both me and my brother had... well, he had a bigger collection, but the problem was that I noticed that a lot of the stuff in his collection was like a bottle that he bought years ago and was slowly going through, and most of the stuff in mine was a bunch of empty bottles that I'm like, I'll keep these in case I want to get the same brand and can't remember it. Where I yelled, "Mother!" Most angry English accent for forgetting I can't. Perfect. There are a couple points where the stereotypical accents should be deployed, and that's one of them, and I'm being shot at. Is this even the right fucking... Nope, this is not the right fucking way. This is just a problem. Plus, I didn't know I could get up here. Man, I really wish that there was just a warp to this specific door. Because, like, the rest of the game's back there. That's just down back to the courtyard. That's right. Yeah, I'm angry. There's 50-50 chance of naturally going Welsh or English. You know, probably shouldn't try that gamba, but I can picture it. Ow, ow, ow. Calm down. Get back to Elden Ring, fuckfaces. Good enough. So he's sipping on Daiquiri's drink, his monster flavored drink. Yeah, the best way to consume something like tequila or whiskey, or really any hard liquor, is step one. Find something that you can't taste. Find something very strong so you can't taste what's in it. Mix as much as you please without being able to taste what's in the bottle. Easiest way. I've known people that trouble with alcohol. I made sure I have an open cabinet in my golf lab to hide stuff out of. That's a nice gesture. Still lost. I think it's like... I know I took a wrong turn back when I was in this area initially. Found the thing. Maybe it's down the ladder? Who knows? He was on Impulse the other week. I was looking at what Dark Souls 2 magic builds each type are like DLC stuff since it... Yeah, magic builds, I remember... There's some interesting stuff and some things that are like, this sounds really good, but in practice it sucks. Which I've always found that a little bit interesting of, like, out of everything, what things should you completely avoid because they're not half as good. So I know there's one spell that I've always found at least conceptually funny of it blows up any dead bodies near you, where they know that a problem was dead bodies usually completely fade away pretty quickly in an effort to save memory or processing power, so it's not actually as good as you'd think because they don't have the staying power to pile up in traps. Wait. Aha! I don't know what that means yet. Right, the other fuck-ass door. Dribbly drink, never had any addictive problems, thankfully. Heart's just shit. Yeah. Yeah, addictions is definitely something that I've had to watch myself with a couple times because it's just something that I know for various reasons could be very easy for me to just accidentally fall into because of how my brain doesn't work. Forked road path, and then it's like in a way. Souls 1, 2, Magic Faith is an interesting system since each spell has an individual use cap per rest. And yeah, the old Dark Souls game uses like a D&D magic where you have a handful of usage that if you double up, I mean, it makes sense for how, for at least the initial way they thought the game would be played, of every time you can pump levels into your memorization stat, and then that apply more copies of a certain spell onto there to get more charge. Like if I had a second Fire Orb spell, that number would go up from 4 to 8, because I'm pretty sure it just doubles every time. But it's like something that's a bit more scalable, but then they swapped over to FP and used it for weapon arts and some other stuff. Don't drink all himself, just some bottles of his collection. Start getting yeah, I got a old bar cart from family member, and okay. And I could tell that it was a similar case of just there was a lot of dust in a place where I could see where all the bottles are. Alright, so it's not that fuck-ass door either. It did... Do I have to talk to Emerald Herald some more? So I thought... Yeah, we got Lost Sinner's Soul, Iron King, Soul of the Rotten, and then... Wait, what? Soul of the Duke's Dear Freya. Yeah, so that should... Oh, and then the giant Soul of a Giant, which is what we got from the last one. Unless I'm forgetting one? I don't know. Don't make gacha game. Yeah, no, that's actually a thing of how various... Like, it's a similar thing, especially for gacha, which is designed explicitly to have that sort of self-addictive nature of making people constantly play, get pulls, all that stuff. It's designed to hit similar channels to like a chemical addiction. It's actually really interesting, and a big reason why every time a new one looks out is just, it's one of those facts I always have in the back of my head of, this looks good, but I know what I know what this game is. I know what you are. DS2 had like a theme of royal stuff. Yeah, they got yeah, like a big focus for the game and everything was oh. Right. Right, next one is Royal Catacombs. Don't care, don't care. Grave of Saints. Not the right one. I think it's somewhere else in the Door of Pharos? Or maybe it's down in like it's like undead hunting grounds and take a left instead of a right somewhere. It's an addiction hour to be this way. Yeah. Mavia's got you too, but thankfully you can just play the game without. Yeah, that it's actually kind of a weird thing that I noticed that for as much of an addictive personality as I have, for whatever reason, I can't get into MMOs as easily as other people. Like, I think it's a weird thing of the ADHD brain is responsible for the addictive personality, but the ADHD brain also desires novelty enough that it can't get into. Okay, how did I stop dual wielding? I can't get into MMOs super easily. I got you. You know what the hell is interesting? Well, design elements. Yeah, that's actually similar to what, like, gotchas and casinos use similar enough mechanisms for the rewards probabilities, just enough to get you hooked and believe that next time for sure that it gets that it makes you want to keep playing. Like, there's several court cases in various places of how gotcha games have gambling, I guess, mechanics or thoughts behind them in a way that it's very close and very intentionally on the edge by the game developers to make them fall outside of those laws while being close enough that there's a case to be discussed. So honestly, oh yeah, I forgot about those. Do the how long since DS2, but I take hollowing damage and look up its age. Yeah, I'm thinking the next place is. It's definitely the Undead Crypt. The problem is that there's a ton of places that I don't really know how to get to yet. Because Elden Ring's big. Ooh, great hammer. Big initial. Eh? Wait, I glitched out the Estus flask. You're not supposed to be able to walk and drink from it. Which is why it didn't recover any health. Pretty proud that you got me into Mavi. Yeah, I'm not sure how that happened either. Because I remember checking a while ago and seeing how, because it got brought up somewhere or for something of how much time do you have in each, or what's the most played game on Steam. And of course behind VTube Studios, the first for me was Helldivers 2, which I pumped like 300 hours in before like all the Sony shit happened, and that kind of just took the wind out of the sails of interest. And then like third or fourth, I think, was somehow Mavi. Yeah. Gotcha seems interesting. I don't want to interact with the system with some frames play them, which sucks since some only play free games, rather they have the design like. Yeah, the thing with gotcha games is that the easiest way to get me turned off on a game is long initial investment for. Oh wait, there's a thing there. That's a problem. Like long initial time investment in order to get into it or to be able to do anything interesting. Various systems, too, I find more and more often that I have to face the truth that I kind of just... Eh? Eh? There's just a bonfire here? Wild. Like, there's several games I don't replay, even though I really like them, simply because Oh, right! Royal Rat Enforcer boss. This is... Javid Batman, thank you so much for following. Hope you're doing well. I don't know what's happening, but things are. So it's not a good idea! Yep, really bad idea. Alright, let's see what's going to win out. Toxic, the Rat Wolf Dog, or my stubbornness. Rat Wolf Dog. I don't know, maybe has a charm to it. Playing 14 well in the new graphics gathering, vibing and thinking, man, I want to play... Yeah, it's one of those things that, like, if you got into art... I feel like if you got into art communities or, like, old anime or manga, it just kind of has that vibe of nostalgia of just, this seems like something I saw around a lot, and I kind of remember what it's like, or what it's like, which is just really nice every now and then. Find that Zenless Zone Zero's designs I've seen around are basically just 3 guys despite Gacha waifu reputation. Yep, Toxic again. Wow! I just stood up and then died to the poison. So doors feel like a very Zelda or RE thing. Find the key item, come back later to... Yeah, I know that for Doors of Pharos, this area, that it's meant to be a multiplayer invasion place, so a lot of the Pharos Lockstone holes they're just useless to single player. They do not matter at all to me, because they literally just put on traps. And I'm not even sure any of them... Come on. Ow! I think they have just an aura of toxicity. These guys are the Twitter of enemies. Ah! Ugh. Never forgiven Mass Effect 3 multiplayer box system for never dropping that 7 Fury for me. This is the one. I remember Mass Effect 3 multiplayer because I did that. I think I got no, that was PS3, so I didn't have to pay for online. I remember that I had somehow, because I bought my copy of Mass Effect from a flea market, that it was like $5, great deal. Somehow they had codes or promotions or free DLC to celebrate something that gave up. Ow. So annoying because they're hard. I hate the small enemies in this game because the fists lock on does not angle you down enough. It's always just a straight shot and usually goes over the heads or just misses it briefly. Alright, let's try that again. Oh, I think that Bloodstain has nothing in it, so that's good. But no, what I remember about the multiplayer is that I had somehow gotten a free, a free Krogan hero unit to play. And every time I try to drink from the flask, because, I got poison that'll kill me in 3 seconds, that thing just smacks. Yeah, the Rat Enforcer's oddly cute. It's much more dog-like than rat-like. And if you can adopt it, please do. It's annoying me. Invasion stuff, I don't think I mess with it. Remember how forum interactions with some people do invasions aggressively. Yeah, I just did like a random multiplayer map. I largely don't care about player versus player. I'll do like PvE. Hey, Batank, how's it going? Alright. Now, almost.
Sith Knight 20 is first in the stream.
Congrats on me first. Yep. Yeah.
Botanical_chaos is second in the stream. The coveted third is still out there.
Wonder if there's a better... Oh, thanks for the daily check-in. Oh, shit,
Pizza Splitter is third. Congratulations.
This is one of those points where I wonder if having any ranged weapon to deal with this bullshit would be nice. And also remembering to... Yeah, there's like nothing to heal in there. Where's the Ring of Binding? Because that's just going to be easier. Wait, like I got some random DLC or special offer, trial, whatever, Krogan multiplayer unit that was just hit like a tank, had armor like a tank. I never used cover. I just walked around until a hammer was charged, and then I hit people with a hammer. And it was largely the best because I was not playing the game. Like, I was playing the multiplayer nowhere near what the base game was. Alright, I'm just going to let the Authority kind of fuck up these little rats. Damn it. It'd be nicer if they did proper amount of friendly fire damage. There was just too well set for me. They gave characters boxes out for a few times. Remember, DLC MP characters just gradually becoming goofy creative, especially the Juggernaut is outright immune to being killed. Nice. Head out for a bit. Nice. See you in a bit, and good luck with whatever you're doing. Probably. I don't remember. I do remember the can't take cover. Mostly because he didn't need to. Like, you just walked around and you had like a crazy passive health regen. Oh, sweet. That has to be within... Oh, for fuck's sake. The one time it's like, oh, sweet, it's going to get hit by the Authority because it always does. And then it will just drop down and die. It's the one time that didn't work. Man, I just remember making the multiplayer kind of laughable. Just walk around, hit him with a hammer, hit him with the other one, and just by the time you actually died, everything was so tits up for the rest of the team that you were the last one up. Oh. Run. I love that the lock-on doesn't actually work. I guess, let me lock on to the biggest... Let me lock on to the thing that my camera's looking at. Nope, we're locking on to the other thing. It's only not being immune to sync kills outside of too many enemies is largely the only thing. Yeah, I think so. I don't know, I just remember that game ending in a way that's like, well, I don't really feel the need to play the rest of this series. Kind of disappointing. Yeah. I feel like I was talking about something else, but I don't really care at this point. Yeah. good news is I think that these fuckers are regular ass enemies, so God. Yeah, same thing, just completely whiffing all of my attacks because when the cestises work well, they work really well, but that's assuming like something about the same height or a bit bigger than your character. The smaller they are, and Dark Souls by design doesn't really have a ton of small enemies. Like it's like a well-documented design choice that they want to keep enemies as large as possible so players can actually see them. And these rats are honestly just annoying for how you try to engage them directly and they run away or bait them back. Or they just don't attack, and when you try to, move away from them, then they're immediately tackling you. I'm pretty sure the way forward, or something interesting, is through this boss fight. There's like a way around it, but I don't remember what it is, and it's here and convenient, so whatever. And this thing's frontal range is... Yeah, no, Dark Souls 2 really... I think that it's much more manageable and easy to deal with for the individual enemies. The problem is that they do this thing that literally everyone who plays Dark Souls does. That they treat the game like it's this super hard, meant to be difficult BS, when in reality, for the original design, God damn it, for like the design of the game, it's not that hard. Oh, really? During the animation? That shouldn't count. It's not hard, it just requires a little bit less than unbridled aggression unless you use very specific builds that or like the Cestus build, actually. If you don't deal with things fast and get overwhelmed, you don't really have a chance. And I feel like, because I know this is the one that like Miyazaki didn't directly direct, and that kind of shows through of that they didn't have time to like make something make it feel fair, balanced, or tested at all. Hey, this is like the first hit of the boss, period. They largely just went for something that felt like it had a... Ow, for fuck's sake, I hit circle. That it had the... I wonder if poison would work on this, because I don't want to deal with this right now. Well, they went for difficulty over how the first one, or Demon Souls, felt. And even those ones had their areas where it didn't really feel like a challenge of skill, timing, and patience, and really kind of just felt like, well, they want to be mean for this one, so I guess they're going to be mean for it. Huh. That actually worked really well. Anyway, time cheese. Although there's a good chance that this thing is just immune to poison because of the way it is. Yeah. Not gonna chance it. We got a good setup. like this one just feels like it has an absolutely fuck off massive kill and hurt zone, and not really much. It's a little bit of Monster Hunter's Plesio's hitbox of a hip check that can hit you in the next zip code. Oh, the roll timing isn't terrible now that you fight it alone. It's just that whenever you try to stay outside of its larger front range and like focus in on the back legs, it does that charge, which is a bit rough and very easy to trigger it. Oh, lovely. Bad dog. Royal Rat Authorities and a Rat Tail, which I think you can give that to like Rat King in another random ass crypt, and that's how you level up that covenant. Anyway, back to this. Yeah, no, my hot take is that these games aren't really hard at all. It's just that players get in their own head and insist on making a big fuss about almost nothing, alongside some games just not being that well designed, or at least not well thought out, and favoring certain things more than others, combined with a player base that takes weird joy in making the processes need 500 more souls. Do I have like any large soul and name and soldier? That'll work. Work a little too well, but yeah. So I've seen like the sentiment around Elden Ring a lot that maybe this game isn't hard. It's just that the people who play it are insisting on making this a much more difficult game than it needs to. Like maybe this game's easy, but by the fact that everyone insists on using or ignoring half of the mechanics that they spent time and effort to balance the game around, we're making this a lot more harder than it needs to be on ourselves. Grave of Saints, Door of Ferris, Ordeal's End. Oh, so I just completely missed the way I was supposed to go through this. If Ordeal's End is supposed to be the end of the dungeon, and just well, I guess if I got to the next area, then that's good enough. And tend to be fair, but more, I guess, actually engage with stuff here, because a bit of difficulty is just the game asking you to figure it out, except for some of the DLC stuff. Yeah, the DLC stuff, hey, dude.
I am not unkind. Swear it.
Nah. Alright, that's just another Rat King audience chamber, it seems like. Yeah, it's like a game that demands you actually engage with the systems and figure things out before you try something. Like, I know that there's been a couple people who've absolutely blazed through the DLC because they simply change up their build a little bit. Like, some bosses they grab a shield, some bosses they change what they have equipped. They don't try to do a single build for absolutely everything. Oh, hey, Full Moon, yeah. Hope you're doing well. Welcome in. Ooh, lizard. We are just, honestly, we're engaging with the true pastime of everyone who plays Dark Souls, complaining. But how are you doing? Hope that you're doing well. Nice seeing you in. Nope, that's just absolutely nothing. Oh, and getting lost. We're also completely and totally lost, but we beat a giant rat dog thing, so yeah. Man, I think at least part of the reason why Elden Ring is giving people trouble is because they actively are enforcing the design element of switch things up. You played with this before, maybe try this. Maybe this dude who spams weak individual projectiles over and over would... Okay, now we're back in Toledo. Like, maybe try switching things up, or grab a shield, or swap weapons. You're doing a quality build. You literally... Ow, ow, ow! You literally have the stats to use every weapon in the game, plus some. But Dark Souls did have, at least with the design philosophy, it's easier to go through everything this game has for you without ever changing what you want to do at all. Like, we've gone through the whole game with two weapons we got within 5 minutes. Well, not 5 minutes. I'm not that fast. Like, an hour of gameplay or so. And it's been completely fine. And it's like the same thing with... Same reason a lot of people had trouble with Sekiro. That it's a new game that technically isn't... Also, I am looking up where to go after this because I don't care. Dark Souls 2... after Spider Boss. Wow. Where to go after Spider Boss is just a suggested search. Let's see. Last Giant, Dragon Rider, Old Dragon Slayer, Belfry Gargoyles, Lost Sir, Rat Army, Pirate Ship Boss, Scorpion Lady Boss, Centurions, I'm Lost, Boss Some... Okay, this is a hilarious thing. You list off all the boss. The boss I'm on now is some giant two-headed spider, but I can't find summoning signs anywhere near his door. But I don't think he's a main boss anyway. That is the next boss. Well, or do... Eh? Wait. Hang on. Trying to interpret all this, and it's like, just go to the next area, so I guess Brightstone Cove Tesladora is not the next one. Yeah, I'm gonna double check to make sure that I picked up to make sure I actually picked up the Lord Soul or whatever there. So I took the Primal Bonfire back, and I talked to the weird head guy. God, it's a long way back, though, that not sure I want to be bothered. I think the scale of some stuff makes people react on reflex with dodge and block, because it did... Yeah, that's true. Like, dodging and over blocking, a lot of things in Elden Ring's being huge makes it hard. Maybe you remind 1 hour is 306. That's primarily because two times ago when I played this, there was a massive issue with annoying backseaters, so I'm just going to... Like, I don't have the energy to deal with that today, so I'm just going to time people out for an hour or two if they demand on being the annoying know-it-all types. I feel like that's just going to be a better solution, and Fucking hell, where's the ladder out of here? I hate this place. I thought there was a door that's just... Screw it. Going to there. Good chat, neat stream trick, Google Doc. Here's the thing. The longer I've played games and the less time I have to do so with and energy and focus, the more I realize that, you know, if you really can't be bothered and have a lot of other things and just want to get on to the next, to get on with it instead of spending hours going around already explored areas because you're not sure where to go, that works. Thanks, Danik. Then just, like, grab a walkthrough. The entire games are spoiled and picked apart for all their content within a week of being released, so may as well. If the only thing between you getting some enjoyment out of something you bought and not is a little bit of what do I do next and where do I go, so you don't have to get caught by some annoying or poorly thought out section, go for it. It is completely fine, and that's going to kill me. Yep. I may as well. And get so you have an idea where my next item, remember to reach it all. Just real wait. Yeah, mood. Curse of adulting, and so don't get that time no more. I need to, yeah. And like I remember I first started using like all the game FAQs and walkthroughs, like in the Discord that me and some friends use to organize D&D sessions. There is one channel completely locked. You can post nothing in it except for what's already there, called The One Photograph. It's from when we first made the Discord to coordinate like multiplayer Stardew Valley farms, and every time I play, where the fuck did he come from? And every time I play that game, I always reference one specific photograph or one specific image that's just, here are all the fish for the fish tank bundle. This is where and when you can catch them. And it's so much easier so you're not like messing with or wasting time fishing or not knowing like when to fish because, oh yeah, it feels right that this one be available at this season time, and then realize, oh no, I was completely wrong. I've done that all the time for Harvest Moon. Like, I don't think I've ever played any Harvest Moon game without a tool like that, because it's just so much easier. And wrong way. Did I go too far? I might have gone a bit too far. This feels too far. People making maps because I'm stumped and it bugs me. Oh, it's a cool DS1 map I saw before, like how interconnected that one was. Yeah, Dark Souls 1 was also, because it had time and planning, it was time planning, and every time you see a very long elevator up or down, that is a loading zone in disguise. So it did feel like I'm sorry, that's where the door was? I did not see that at all. I also don't know where I need to go from here, but it is not there. I thought it was just, yeah, it's what our Discord is built around, is a duct tape of our communication. Yes. Unless you're like me doing RE4R on hardcore on the release and nobody has the answer to a hardcore version of Puzzle yet, despite being stuck for 20 minutes so far. I'll get a new gun there. Yeah, I remember when Elden Ring came out, because that's one that I got on release and noticed how interested everyone was in that game and all. Yeah, no, this There's just aggressively not a way forward through here unless I'm completely missing it. But I remember it went from in a week of nobody knows where it is, it's feeling exactly like a new game, and... Oh. Is that being picked up by the mic? No. No, I just heard sirens, and I'm like, wait, if I can hear sirens, that means the microphone is picking up sirens, which means that's a problem. And DS2 is a lot less lengthy than I thought. A number of areas are just dead ends open up to a main area. Yeah, no, Dark Souls 2 is really bad about it. All the production issues that it had really throttled that connected world, that because you can see in Majula various landmarks if you get the angle right for where you're going to be going later. And the idea is kind of like, yeah, you go through an underground pass, through a cave, come out at the forest, fight through the forest to find the fort, and you can see the fort from Majula and Majula from the fort and all that. But because they did not have time right through here, they didn't really have time to make that, and they had to reshuffle, cut, and otherwise throttle a lot of things they had planning, which leads to things like Harvest Valley. You go from an elevator at the very top floor up and end up in the bottom of a magma-filled gulch in the Iron Keep, because that makes sense somehow. There's just that. Wait, I don't recognize this place. Any sort of BART map someone did. Oh, it's the DLC place. Yeah. I do love how FromSoft has a full dedication to the DLC places just being, so we heard you talking shit about the main game. Alright. And being absolutely designed to be the worst and most annoying places you could possibly fight through. No, I haven't really done any of the other ones because I've always viewed them as like late game content and haven't really been bothered, mostly because I'm like, I don't want to know what's back here. I'm having enough trouble with the main game. But I know that Broom Tower, one of the first ones, has one of the hardest and most rewarding boss fights that some streamer who was doing something said, with this guy in their ranks, I have no idea how this country fell, or something to that effect. Frozenelium Lois is, oh hey, there's shit back here, is the one that I have gone through and is absolutely infuriating and annoying. Like, you can get to a boss within 5 seconds, but said boss is actively invisible unless you do like a handful of really specific things, and even then you still have to deal with the fact that it's like a hardcore endgame boss, which is not fun. Oh, Corrosive Burn. Yeah, it seems like Majula and the Shaded Woods that connect to... Yeah, that's definitely the idea, that those areas, and like the pathways or tunnels or sewers or whatever, that those are... Oh god, that's a lot of spiders. Are what's supposed to be like the nexus to get through to everything else. Alright. Yep, so I definitely got the soul here. Because there's this fucking thing. Then Frozen Lois actually the place in the map. I saw funny. Yeah, when you said, what's this weird artsy map, I'm like, I have a feeling. Down with Bloodborne and Elden Ring DLC, and probably imagine going DLC early because they have unique weapon. Yeah, and like the Elden Ring one at least, because it scales with level and not anything else. Alright, so that was a massive waste of time. Then you could do it. The problem is, even though it scales to level, if you get all, like, the blessing things, you still have to deal with a little bit of bullshit. Huh. Alright. Stores. I wonder. So I remember there was a random ass door right before the last giant boss fight that was like, you need a key. And I don't know if that... I don't know if we found it yet, or if it's like... Oh, I don't know. But it scales with its own blessing. I find now I think the map confirmed where I thought it was next, but I would not have recalled where you go to... Yep, that tracks. Because, why bother to make anything logical? And, like, part of the reason I keep on bringing up Elden Ring specifically when playing this game is because the devs for Elden Ring have admitted that a lot of the thought and ideas that they had that originally started with... Oh, fuck. That originally started with Dark Souls 2. They wanted a more open world, open-ended design, more explorability, and like less linearity throughout. Were being brought forth with Elden Ring, which I like to joke, and unfortunately they brought the fuckery too. But as at least an inspiration for the devs. Used iron... Okay. I don't know what this gets us, except for salamanders. But I fuck with this. This is not a bad outcome. Things are so derpy. I mean, they're really threatening, partially because they're late game enemies, but they're also mini boss sorts of deals. They're threatening because they chuck up a fire and they don't respawn. Question, checking the map. The old ones are the big bosses that... Yeah, so that should be Forgotten Sinner. Yeah, what was the... Man, damn. Forgotten Sinner, Old Iron King, the Rotten, and then Duke's Dear Freya had a giant soul attached to it. Something like that. Well, anyway, it's that time for a moment. I will return.
Yes, sir. Back up the car and gather radio. Tell the coroner he's got to make another trip out here.
world is watching us this moment. We once laughed at the horseless carriage, the airplane, the telephone, the electric light, vitamins, radio, and even television. And now some of us laugh at outer space.
Oh. But yeah, no, it should be Old Iron King. Wait, no, I can just pull him up now.
Just what do you expect after 25 years? Come on in, son, and make yourself home.
But yeah, the old souls should be Soul of the Lost Sinner, Old Iron King Soul, not Satan, Soul of the Rotten, and then Duke's Dear Freya, and is weird because the one that they don't really give you one, you get a Soul of a Giant nearby. But I do have that one. And it's saying I should, from what I can see, it's saying that I should be able to just, go for it. And just in case people are trapped in ads, I'll keep it going until it says I'm clear of the break. Now it's done. I was not paying attention, but you know what? The fact that I'm upright is a minor victory, so we take it. But yeah, so I'm seeing that I should have all the Lord Souls, or the Great Old Souls, or whatever. Hey, Frog. Okay, first of all, rude. Second of all, screw you. So it should just let me in through those doors. Because what I'm seeing when I look it up is just go light the primal volt. Yeah. Also, I love how the stupid AI answer is just aggressively wrong. It says in Dark Souls 2 you can go to the Lord Vessel under Firelink Shrine. That does not exist. Period. But I also... Yep. And mostly just Google one. Also, I do want to explore down there because I think there's a couple of interesting things, or like or just good loot. Wait. Those lizards can be hurt by their own fire? That is... Actually, say here at this bonfire seems to be... It's one that links to a few other... Yeah, it's saying... Everything that I'm saying is like... Oh, these guys... do respawn. Maybe someone elsewhere, like I have to kill them all or something. Yeah, I thought I took the right path. What are you doing, man? But it is possible that I just went the wrong way. Or that I, like, thought I lit a bonfire but didn't. Absolute worst case is that my game's glitched out and we've got some progress that we're not getting back. Evolved wrong as a joke. The sheer amount of joy that any of those we have done whatever wrong as a joke. And the original Jackie Chan, we have purposely forgive him, he is an idiot. We have purposely trained him wrong as a joke. I don't know why, and it's one of those things that I feel like it's not as funny. Ooh, Rebel's Great Shield. It's not as near as funny as I think it is. Oh. But I always get somewhat of a laugh out of it. Oh, this looks like legit. Or it's killed me before. I don't remember. Both are possible. Okay, for anyone who doesn't get why that's funny, it is the fire longswords are, at this point of the game, absolute shit. Intentionally. They are... Okay, where is that specific longsword? Aside from longswords having really weird scaling, when you have stats build up, fire and like burning is meant to be a little bit of a crutch of you don't have anything better. This deals more damage than your regular ones. Enjoy. Aha! Ah! Quit. Alright, we're going to go somewhere else. Here down my subatomic particles spread along the masses. Good luck with that, Syphils. And welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Kung Pao is partly an example of how a joke can be funnier through delivery alone. Like the one line in Baldur's Gate 3 and Gale that's funny for just how he says it. Yeah, no, like half of all the main parts of comedy is timing, surprise, and delivery. Like I remember someone was analyzing some dumb joke of yes, a character who speaks in a monotone is doing stand-up comedy for some Batman animated thing or whatever. And it's like, no, actually, if you look at him, he does speak in a monotone, but he has really good timing and delivery. It actually works. What's this going on about? Don't know. Might never know. Oh yeah, just the longsword stuff. Like, the biggest reason that I know that these older games were supposed to have some sort of, hey, why don't you try everything you possibly can and switch up often is... Yeah, you know what it was? I took a wrong turn. This is where I'm supposed to go to get to the castle. Yep. You know, stop licking the damn... Stop licking the damn thing. Gale goes 0 to 100 and half sounds like someone telling an animal off. Okay, the thing is that the more I see about Baldur's Gate, the more I think about how every ridiculous thing that is in there that's over the top and like that stop licking the damn thing is... Oh, right! There's another Flexile Sentry here. Because fuck us. Like, it's just something that I've had... Now, why are you here? Right where I was trying to dodge. Fucker. They will never find your bones. They will find your bones and wish that they hadn't. Talking to Paxi Harlow at the brothel. Yeah. Oh yeah, we could... If there was a jump button here, like, we would not have to do half of the game. All the killing of gods we did, completely irrelevant. We could have avoided, like, all of it. Like, specifically the whole... stop licking it. I remember there's an in-joke that we have, that my D&D group has, of a potato on a pedestal. And every time you touch the potato, we have this D10,000 wild magic. Oh, repair. That's completely useless at this point of the game. D10,000 wild magic table that we like to use. So, yeah, there's a jump. They just told us no. We could... This is the most... It takes a special type of lazy to look at that and say, I would really rather kill 3 gods and a giant spider rather than climb over some waist-high rubble. That just seems like a pain. I just have to do it twice to get that reaction. First time is just really sarcastic about what you just did. Nice. Now, I remember seeing that one, but it does remind me of something I did once with the potato on a pedestal. The first is that we all, or at least I, will always, whenever I'm given a chance for, like, a deck of many things, or a deck of almost many things, which was a meme version that had the same effects, but in the most hilarious and unhelpful ways possible. Like, that one I was presented with it, and I'm like, I grab 5 cards. I think what ended with it is I got a sarcastic answer from a gnome with a New Jersey accent and some gems. Like, it was nothing but positives, and all the weird things were completely harmless. Deck this. Bet. So I love the bricks throw the motes. These have to be one of my favorite. It's all time. And oh, this fucking place, lizard. And one time, just to see what happened, I bit the potato. I'm very sad that I didn't roll the lowest I could, which was nearest star explodes, which we have all agreed means the sun. Get one, but it's just you. That's actually genius. Oh, I thought I almost punched the Emerald Herald. Where is it? There we go. The to-do list actually does get looked at every now and then. Okay, nothing to see. I see how it is. Right, nothing to see. I say it. Fuck it. Close enough. Now, I have to remember next time I have money to burn that instead of getting fun, larger commissions, I actually have to do things like get screen. Guy put the Yakuza DC5 mods. Nice. Where are they firing? Oh. Back there. You. Individually, none of these enemies are bad. It's just that there's so fucking many of them all the time. And the return of the Royal Swordsman from the Lost Bastille, which I still absolutely hate because they, for some ungodly reason, the devs are like, hey, so we have this vaguely person-sized enemy that doesn't have a shield but has a massive broadsword, hits a bit like a truck, and all the like. Where should we put them? Absolutely fucking everywhere. Sweet. Ow. Stupid pack nerd. You look at Steam sale and money stuff. Or anyway, remind me seeing that. Then Acrox mokes the third game rope. Yeah. Okay. There was like 6 of those guys. 6 Royal Swordsmans. 2 massive heavy things. And I know that this is supposed to be a send-up of what they did in whatever the big fancy place in the first game was with the archers that shoot frickin' umbrellas at you. And Orlando. That it's supposed to feel the same as that because they had a similar thing with the giants, but because those giants weren't encased in stone, you can actually, you know, bait them in. and you didn't have to deal with a ton of Jap enemies. Yeah, I remember there being, like, I remember seeing those threads around of, like, the most absurd rope. Ah! Well, thank you so much for the raid. How was, Mario Bros. 2? Did you get far in that? Also, welcome in, Raiders. I'm Aljator Bread, and Aljator from Beyond Reality. Found, well, Lemon, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you being in here. I found an old abandoned blockbuster full of retro games and decided this stops here. I'm a multi-character streamer. I swap between this bread roll model and this would have gone better if I remembered to click off of the text box before. Ah! What? Right, 0. And a skeleton humanoid one I call Corpse. As you can see, everything is going wrong, everything is on fire, nothing is going well, and this is probably deeply all my fault. I hope you're doing better. Also, hi you. And if you have to raid and run, please do. Like, streaming's a lot of work. It's a big time investment, and like sometimes you just have other things to do, or you desperately need to go get something to eat or something. Sexy model and the human model. Exactly. You get it, you. And what happened to the suitcase? Hey, we're just playing Dark Souls 2, suffering because production got rushed on this, and they decided, make it hard as balls and put gank squads everywhere. That players will love it, which they did not. Welcome back, Mecha. We have found. Oh, hey. We have found where we needed to go, which is not an improvement at all. This is even worse than regular, because these fuckers from the Lost Bastille are back and are as annoying as ever. Why did they look at this enemy and was like, you know what would improve things? 12 of them. Yeah, still. I know that the assumption when somebody starts lurking and then comes back should be like, they're just lurking. But often I tend to get surprised, like, oh shit, you're still here? You didn't run for the exit when you had a chance? Wild. Heyo. That was worth all of my magic for things I don't need because my weapons are fully upgraded. Wow. Even the Firekeeper who was here left us. That's about how well it's going. Yeah, we are largely just complaining. Because that's what you do when you play Dark Souls. That's half the fun of it. Maybe if I... Ow. Can I just... Nope. Wait, no! What? The one mod I would like for this game is for there to be one big ass covering a quarter of the upper right screen, like bigger than the alignment or covenant tracker in the top left, on the top right, of just, are you power stanced, yes or no? Because I could have gotten it that time. I could have just... I am confident I could have punched through that dude if I had the right one. Good enough. Half the fun of being British. Yeah, fair enough. Actually, like, most of the people I know, it's a toss-up for, are they just lurking or have they finally fallen asleep? Okay, that was a dumb question to ask. They definitely haven't fallen asleep because they have awful sleep schedules. Look at your whole... See, I know that. I know that. I should know that. I know to check it. But... And it's very... Yeah, it's not even... It's kind of subtle. but I forget to. Yeah, the punchy build is surprisingly hilarious. Like, the first idea behind this was just, I always play with, like, a giant berserk gut sword and a great shield. I always just tank and hits and retaliate with big return overhead swings. I am going to actually do what the devs have been trying to get players to do since forever and get out from behind the shields. And then I found that, oh no, in terms of damage output, this is kind of busted. You can kind of just stun lock enemies, and it usually works okay. Cool, there's so many weapons or weird. Was double. Yeah, that's also. Yeah, that's also the thing. Like, breaking your complacency, not for, even if it invalidates a challenge, or even if it's not the most challenging thing or is super easy, it's fun to kind of break games. Hey, Whisper, how you doing? And see, like, what works, what doesn't, what is absolutely ridiculous and stupid. How, if I do, like, I remember someone who was looking for legit advice was asking, like, hey, I'm having trouble, I don't care about, like, purist nonsense or whatever. And someone said, double halberds. It looks silly, but they deal a surprising amount of damage, and the reach will keep you safe. Right, and also, Ace, I still find it surprising that you can fall asleep to this, and do appreciate the support, but for everyone who says I'm comfy, I'm like, I am fighting my life and say things that are regularly either attempting for a what the hell response, or just yelling. So I find that incredible, but thank you. Hope the Dark Souls is going well. Yeah, we're darking all over these souls. It's quite incredible. Ow! How many of you are back there? This is like this. I thought there was just 6, but that was like number 7. Come on, you. That would have worked perfectly fine. But I did not realize I was going to get hit the first one. Oh, thanks for the daily check-in. I hope you're doing well tonight, Whisper. And that you've been able to get some rest. No things have been, like, stressful and tiring for you. Good dancing. You know, maybe this would go better if I had non-stop, incessant saxophone pumping through my veins at every moment. It can't hurt. Actually, no, it can hurt a lot. But, you know, maybe in, like, a hurt-so-good sort of way, or I don't know. Point is, inject some Saxon violence right into my eyes. And you quit that. God. Yes, the weird builds of this shouldn't work so well. Why is it working so well? Of, oh, I think I might have broken the game in half a bit. That just looks silly too. Like, I remember Dark Souls 3, it has like the dual doors or something. That's just one great shield that is half of a massive door. And if you dual wield them, you guarding with both of them makes it look like a closed set of doors, and it's actually pretty good. It's amazing. So you say inject some sax violence right into... Yes. Yes, I did. Right into your eyes. Get it right into there. I also remember that I might just be conjuring this up from, like, multiplayer bullshit invasion videos end this build, but I could have sworn that there was... I remember an old friend in high school used to just use, like one of those disguise sorceries to be like a prop, invade people or get invaded and wait for them to cross by cliffs that they'd have to go to, and just use the force miracle to hip thrust them off of like a high ledge or something, and that was hilarious. And honestly, the only reason I ever got that incantation, there's a couple places, quote, inject some Saxo violence directly. Thank you for the quote, Mecha. That's going to be one that I don't know where I said it, but I will not be surprised that I said it at all. I often ask for people to inject things right into my eyes. But no, I remember like that double door build of people just going around and bullying invasion hosts by just kind of flicking it. Oh, sweet. Get fucked, nerds! Ow! I hope their bulk is too big to get in here. Oh shit, those are big doors. Surprisingly large doors. If I remember this right, there is... Wow. Nope. I thought I knew where there was a bonfire, but I am dead wrong. Run away! Excuse me, Ghost. Your army is too good. No, 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 no. Hey, dude, you mind? Ow! Jerk. Dead. Okay, fortunately, the absolute mob of everyone out front. They just saw a heavily armored and unarmed man absolutely streak past them and said, "That our problem? No, it is not, my friend." Just leave that to the guys inside. This is awful. There's not a bonfire in this room. There never was. There probably will not be. Burn! Ah! They have asbestos! And low poise! And bad pathfinding. This is just getting better and better. Ah! Wait, no. They're much less intimidating than they look. We win these. Yes, get fisted. Dungeons and Dragons. Let's get it back. It's 4th edition. Right. There has to be something in here aside from a gank closet. No match for the double deuce. Oh, hey, there is something in here. Yeah, my hot take is D&D is fine, but mainstream... Like, it's good for what you want it to be, which is games that start with the ethos and encounter design of... I know there has to be a... I know there's a bonfire somewhere, and we're getting closer and close. Yep, I remember this. This is where I ended on my first save file. Because this is getting awful. No, my hot take is that D&D is really good for specific roles and ideas, which is if you want something that feels a lot like either Lord of the Rings or Monty Python Holy Grail, then it's absolutely perfect for what you are doing. If you want it for God, Ruined Sentinels. Hey, anyone ready for 2 hours of absolutely zero progress again? Because that's what happened the first time we fought these lanky fuckers. These guys are literally just lanky fucks with a stick. Oh, hey. They still have that boss HP. And a lot of backup. Yeah, not even gonna lie. Okay, first we'll fight the family dog, then we'll break a marriage. That was from Chibi Robo. That I remember. No, my actual plan here is to just slowly whittle down the support, these kind of support dudes, and like get the 14 kills on them so that they don't become a whole thing with the Ruined Sentinels, because I'm hoping that the Ruined Sentinels don't respawn if I can get one or both of them down. The problem is that the Ruined Sentinels as a fight are inherently very easy individual enemies, but with multiple of them that makes it harder for them to be brought down one by one, because you either lose track of them or have to keep on swapping aggro from one to the other. But this seems like it's going okay. Yeah, just like the first time of the fight, the trick is focus them down one by one. Wait, if I stay in the middle of the room, I think I got this. Another thing is that they don't... You get like one combo hit on them. Alright. This helps a lot more that I'm able to fight them, to deal with these guys one at a time. Oh! The third! Shit, I think I've accidentally unsealed too many doors, which I don't know how to avoid. I guess we're going to see if that'll respawn the Ruined Sentinel. I hope it doesn't, because it is, even though it was an early boss that I can get down pretty quick. Like, this is actually what filtered me the first time. This specific room. Oh! Wonderful.
Bread.
Hey, let me... Need thoughts, prayers, and a whole lot of bread. Yeah, you can't get too greedy either, or else their second hit... I can greed a little. Alright, is there anything in here, or am I playing Guess the Room? Just want to see what does Hell yeah. I always find it a little bit weird that there's some people who are like, well, I don't want to be annoying or anything with the redeems. I don't want to disrupt. Like, they exist specifically so you can disrupt. What the hell is with this dude's combo? I really don't care if or when anyone uses any of them, because it's one of those cases that no streamer would or should have a redeem that they're not comfortable doing. Like, I even have one that is, I immediately stop. I don't know if it's live now, partially because of that. There's a couple things that I didn't want to be interrupted mid-game, so I don't have. But I had one that's like, I immediately stop doing whatever I'm doing. I load up a random roguelike that I have installed on my computer, and I play a run of that until I die. And it's just kind of fun. Yeah, I had to change forms too. I got sick of it. There's a whole wheel and ugh. Yeah, the change forms for me, you might have seen. Oh, ow! I got Panini. Oh, sweet, roguelike now is there. Like, the change form for me, that's automated, and right now I only have bread and corpse to switch between. So it's not really that big of an issue. But I can definitely see that if you gotta load up a wheel, it's very disruptive, and then loading it up manually. Because the other thing is that part of the reason I went black and white when I was showing off the models during the raid is that I have a hotkey combination to just swap between, and I didn't think things through very much. One of them currently has a bit of overlap. Alright. This is going surprisingly well. Ooh, oh, no. We're stop going. Yeah, I can have. Yeah, I thought I had it where there wasn't any overlap, and then I'm like, oh, shoot, no, that'll trigger every time I do swap model. I should change that. And I'm like, nah. And never did. Smitey. And if you defeat the guards up front and deal with these guys one at a time, it's very manageable. That's just at least... Ooh, rune armor. Sweet. Like, I've specifically taken steps in order to make things easier for me. I have a lot of things automated through various bots and means. Royal Soldier's Ring +1. What does that do? Ring of Whispers, Ring of blah, blah, blah. Increase maximum... Oh! That would be useful. It's like Havel's Ring. I think I tried to automate just... Ugh. Oh god, that is the worst feeling of... I'm trying to get this to work. So I've done... All my automation on stream is done through my own bots. Or bot and code that I've written myself. And I had one issue where a bunch of redeems and stuff just stopped working. Like, the daily check-in wasn't working. The Noir redeem that just turns on the black and white filter in the rain also wasn't working. You know what I found out? I had recently changed the daily check-in's name to be a little bit more obvious of what it did. I forgot to change in my code. And I did the same with... Yeah, or sound... Oh, God. Sound alerts are awful. They actually just stop working for no reason. I hate it when that happens. Like, I've forgotten that I had set a couple things up so that I had to prep the data in a specific way instead of just putting in the name like I had. And then... yeah, it was a bunch of things that are like, this is on me entirely. Ooh, Mastodon Greatsword. Alright, last door, and I'm miraculously still alive. Div trying to automate anything terrifies me. Don't even know how to make emotes. You kidding me? It's just... I see you. I see you back there. Ooh, dark arrow. Yeah, no, emotes, at least on the art side of things, that is entirely witchcraft. I have no idea how that works or how that should be set up. God, so many. I feel like there's a trigger that makes all these. Hold the record for lowest processing power on any. Ah, I see what you mean. Okay, why is there just a fry oil vat? Oh! Where the fuck am I? Alright. This is the third and creepiest room at the Airbnb. I would... Hello, boys! Ew. That was just embarrassing. I missed him and his shield. He missed me and had no excuse. Of course, this is also embarrassing. Hey, you know what would be great? Yes, if you did that exactly. Oh, that was... That should have been a backstab. I love all the footprints in this that you track through here, like, because technically it being out in the rain made me wet, which counts as like a passive boost to fire resistance or something, but it just makes me look like I'm a grubby little commoner tracking. Painting does instant death. Amazing. Really, we're throwing molten metal now? Rude. Nice I don't even know what I said that was Independence Day related. That is a cursed woman. Baited by... Ah! You! Wait, you! Yeah, serp this. Get comboed, you frickin' nerd. Oh, boys. I'm back. Ah. Right. I forgot that movie existed. Okay, there has to be, like, something that I do that completely and unequivocally fucks up this entire place and unstonifies or petrifies. That's the word of it. It's in the rain, so okay, that's a really good one. Oh! Hey!
Admirably on your journey, cursed undead.
Speaking of curse, your painting cursed me.
Chandra, Queen of Dranglake.
Hi, I'm Bread.
A true monarch carries the weight of their souls.
I'll put that on my word a day
Last
calendar.
of his land, King Vendrick, as he was called. He found the strength to rule his people, and when the undead were born, cursed, he found more strength to face them. But in the end, he never took the true throne.
A convenient gap to make. Yeah, right?
We have no need.
Like, what? How convenient that I cannot physically get over to her right now. Also, I just love Mod to turn your Dark Souls model into bread from Born. That would be hilarious. And also have the exact same gravitas as this. No need for two rulers. Yeah, sounds untrustworthy considering that's like the de facto goal. Actually, no, the goal here is just become undead. But I love the idea, like, Dark Souls games are normally taken as big, serious, and important. But if you look how, like, most undead heroes conduct... Most players conduct them. I'm sorry, Hoomst. Oh god, this is Ornstein Smough all over again. Oh wait, they're weak! Like how most undead heroes conduct themselves, they're so unserious. I remember a TikTok early when Elden Ring came out that, no, Elden Ring is a post-apocalyptic comedy. Because you have some random dude who is so lost they are on an inaccessible island for the start of it that we don't even know how they got there. They died to some This guy is so... I just outpoised him because... Come re-dead. Still too feel kind of like Bloodborne, how you kind of seem to end up doing something not what you... Yeah, no, you just kind of go with the flow of things and end up doing random shit. Forget the... Yeah, wait, that was official? The one that has a panel with Ronnie the Witch in a maid dress is official FromSoft manga? I always thought it was fan works because it was like the level of depravity I came to expect. God damn. That is the second weirdest comic, officially licensed comic I have ever seen. Like, the first one is... Hang on. What's the command? There it is! The first one's the Doom comic, which is like where all of Doom Guy's characterization comes from. But that is easily the second because what the hell? Well, yeah, no, all these games are comedies because they're following random fucks who do not remember what they're doing, are essentially wandering the world completely aimless. I missed 2 bonfires somewhere in here. Let's go see if we can find them, because that would be hilarious. Leia's hunting that guy down because he's dressing up Ronnie's dolls. Ronnie, as I recall, somebody tsundere. The main guy is canonically the naked... The main character is a naked fuck with a stick. That is perfect. And I am also convinced that by the end of, like, everything, they're just going to start calling those guys, or that specific class, naked fuck with a stick. And I still hate that I picked the wrong direction starting this off, and now had to fight 5 of my least favorite boss in the game. That feels unfair. But no, this game is just... Ooh, Elizabeth Mushroom. These games are just comedy because the... Oh. You know what? Worth it. Nobody knows what's going on or what's happening. A lot of the things are like, I remember, I think this one was a fan comic. It might have been official, but as Dark Souls 3, the chosen undead, or the whatever that dude is walking up one of the many cathedrals in the setting, And Patches is just there asking, why do you do what you do? Like, what drives you? Why, at the end of everything, have you kept going? And he shrugs. Like, he just has no idea what he's doing. It's like, fair enough. Even a gag in Chapter 1 or Millennia is, how do I stick these flasks on him? So wait. Shit, I just remembered. There's an official Bloodborne comic where when the hunter wakes up in Iofeska's clinic at the beginning of the game, she asks them, so I have undressed you to administer medical care, but one thing still escapes me. Are you a man or a woman? And the hunter opens her eyes. I am a hunter. Okay, that's enough of that. Elden Ring is yes, summoning Patches, takes 2 steps towards Radahn. Fuck this, I'm out of here. It's just Patches is a god damn, I need a lot of souls. Do I have like in hindsight, after the first thing broke, I should have stripped down to nothing. Ellen, regards to the goal in Dark Souls to become undead, that's also the goal of one of my favorite D&D characters. Cursed with eternal life, so when I met powerful wizard, I'm like, and I'm Mecha, my goal is to fucking die. Not gonna lie, I absolutely love that trope of just, I have been here for eternity. I have been here long before you were born, and I will unfortunately be here long after you die. I wish to end this, of like the very dark and sour view of immortality. I don't know what it is about it, I just really love that whole idea of this is a curse, and I did not think this through, or I don't want this. Of like, I guess it's because a big reason of why that trope exists is simply because it's like, yes, eternal life would be really cool, but there's all of these smaller things that I 100% did not consider when I made this bargain. And actually, it kind of fucking sucks. And there's something about that that I just absolutely love. I guess that's also kind of what was interesting about the Dark Souls games, that the entire through line is that there's a bunch of people who can't die, but they can just get mega depression. And so, like, I think that's a reason why it held up so good, because a bunch of people found Dark Souls when they were depressed, figuring out life, like, didn't really get how to, or like, struggling with deep shit. And it introduced them to the concept of anti-nihilism, which is my absolute favorite flavor of nihilism, because it's like, life sucks, there's no meaning, there's no purpose. However, that just means that we can define our own purpose, do what we please and what we wish, and leave the world a better place to help other people achieve some form of happiness. Hey, dude. Ow, wrong. Again with the wrong lock-on. Lock on to the enemy, Crunk. Wrong enemy. Funny thing is, one of the people that get a legit moment in Elden Ring is Thops, because his spell skills Ronaldo. That is perfect. Thops deserved a happy ending. Thops was just a dude doing his best, and it is one you love to see a dude like that win. I mentioned before in group chat, favorite trope bar none is careful what you wish for, because yes, that there is something that has been making me absolutely lose my mind ever since I realized it. So one of my favorite books is Roadside Picnic. Basically, it's the one that Stalker and a little bit of Metro those games are based off of. A little bit of Metro, because Metro is mostly based off of the Metro books. And at the end of Roadside Picnic, the main character has a chance to make a wish. And like every other interpretation, it's another one of my favorite tropes, that it's not what you ask for in most interpretations or adaptations. It's what... Yep.
Tell me.
Oh, cool. The usual interpretation is that it's not what you wish for, like ask, it's what you actually want. Like the darkest desire in your heart. And in the book, the main character actually has a chance to state his wish and go from there, but he asks for it to look into his heart and get like the specific wish. Every other interpretation goes for, this will grant you what you want, what you actually desire, not what you want, and that's terrible. And it's absolute. And then I realized, like, wait. Out of everyone in this series or series of adaptations, movies, games, whatever, they're all too afraid and unsure of their own humanity to make a wish. This dude, who has nothing going for him, has done horrible things to get to this point, has enough humanity or confidence to say, look into my heart and tell what I know, whatever it is can't be bad. And just like, that adds so much more to everything else. Oh, dang it, I thought I got a double on there. And spoiler for this 52. I know you had to look that up, but I do highly recommend it because, I don't know, my opinion for the endings is that without the full context, and because I did avoid major spoilers for like what the wish entails and what the and what had to be done to get there. So I said, oh, hey guys, thanks for redeeming the different body. It's actually been a while. I didn't know if that worked for anymore. Yeah, no problem, Lemon. And thanks for coming by, and I'm really glad to hear that you enjoyed the vibes. Have a good rest. Found the page you can put in the game chat are probably more nice. Funniest thing about the ER man to me is the art is legit super talented and how well detailed their art is, but it's being done for dedicated shitpost. I have learned from my exposure to artists, do not underestimate what they will do for a Joker shitpost, because they have a considerable talent, and they are using it specifically for things that spark joy in them. So using a Bloodhound step on Radon, massive. Oh shoot, there's a mitosis too. Let me get that for you, and also ads. Love that. And redhead. And that. And be back in a bit because I have no idea when these things clear.
dude. Come on in, make yourself at home. As long as we're alive, we got a chance. We got to find a flaw in his plan.
Oh, not a chance, fella. Not a chance.
So I took a look at the Elden Ring shitpost manga you posted, and I realized something. I've seen that type of art style before. It's similar to the style of Berserk. They 100% did that on purpose. It reminds me of Berserk, but every character has the exact same vibe as Puck. Which is absolutely hilarious. Not even the manga's free from that. Come on, place I'm getting bits from putting into Discord. Instead of grimdark you'd expect from the setting, it's based on the actual... Yeah, no, that is 100% Berserk, but just Puck. Oh my... No, as I said, this game is all... Fuck, it's how I run D&D. Okay, I have no idea where any of the other bonfires, graces, or anything is, so, we're going back down and back up there to see if I missed anything else, because I am massively paranoid on the fact that this is the first time in the game that I have found a bonfire, and it has just revealed two others that are question mark, question mark, question mark. Oh, wait, no, it wouldn't be behind this one, because this is the first bonfire here at all, period. So it would be, like, around here, up and back and through the hotter nonsense. Which, in hindsight, probably is another bonfire back after all that and before, you know, the boss fight. And also in hindsight, of course, the Elden... No, the artist has done other stuff, Tobita, and glance at their other manga. It's actually just their jet... Oh. Well, I take back what I said. It definitely does have... It does have a feel to that, but it's But it's probably just because... Like... It's one of those things that... If you're doing something with this vibe of medieval heavy armoredness and other nonsense, you're going to get some comparison to Berserk, and if you do that sort of pencil style with... Actually, no, the bigger thing as to why it feels like Berserk is just you do a pencil line art style of like an old black and white or primarily black and white manga, and you have this much armor and design and are going for that sort of face, it's just going to look like Berserk because of how much of a fingerprint Berserk has on this, or how much of a... Holy lightning! How long have you known how to do that, and when were you going to tell me? Like, it's just... I think it's just a case of general vibe of the series. Reminds me of one saw a manga about an exorcist success she was delinquent beat the shit out of him. Perfect. Immaculate vibes there. And don't die. Oh, that's fine. Gimme. They're giving something make camera a weapon against supernatural, and it turns out photos do nothing and beat the hell out of them with a camera. Amazing. No, he could do that. Must have been. Okay. Note to self. First thing I'm doing next time when I see Mecha is throw him. Second thing I'm doing is throwing him again. Hunter's black bow. Is that the one that actually can aim? Or he actually has a scoping or something? If so, that might be nice right now. Let's see, what do we got here? Because there's technically... I love this stupid thing. 40 strength. 4 dexterity. It's an anvil on a stick. Wonderful. Black bow, long distance, difficult to handle, requires some amount of practice. Sunny guys, blah, blah, blah. Yep. S rank dex. I'm tempted, but I don't care. So I like Ghost that keeps calling people to say they're down to I'm at your door knocking on it show up, except the incident ended up being because the ex girl found her, saw the first call, and started sprinting for her. Knocking is much more terrified to let me in, save me. Yeah, that reminds me of tangentially of there's a taxi service. I think it's in taxis in New Orleans that absolutely refuse to take fares in a certain part of town after a certain point of the day because they kept on picking up ghosts. And the ghosts dipped before paying the fare, which I love because that implies that if the ghosts just paid their fare, then it would have been absolutely fine and there would not have been any issue. Some friend image ways Baggins. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to go back and do all that digging if you don't want to. Well, there's a dude here, so I assume this is a right direction. Oh, pay the boatman, but not the cat. Guy looked... Oh! We found the umbrella archers! Fuck! Look, in the ghost's defense, I'm assuming it's going to take some cash to get across the... to pay the ferryman's toll, and the service of water taxis have gone up. Like there's a boat that goes from where I live to where a bunch of friends live, and it gets increasingly more expensive to the point where it where it's gone from sure I'll do that, spend the weekend there and come back, to yeah, no, I think I'd rather drive a long-ass time around rather than pay that, because that is insane. So I'm pretty sure that they just don't have the... they just don't have the money to afford the cab fare, and, like, if you're going to make that... God damn. Like, if you're dead, you may as well prank a cabbie out. Like, do a little bit of mischief. Blow off some steam. It's good for the soul, I assume. Oh, yeah. Score has search for call a few things of being a bit questionable in the manga anyway, but bits were funny. Yeah, that makes sense. That it's kind of... some things can be a little bit hit or miss, and... I swear... I knew it. Okay, if there are any secret doors with more of my least favorite bosses behind them. I will send you to your least favorite god. Oh, hey, the golem got activated. I don't know how or why, but he's on now. Love that for me. Fuck you. Come on. Twist that bowl. I don't know what that did, but I hope it did. Now, the old mundane stone, there's a pretty good build that for some reason works okay. That you take a ladle, which is an actual weapon in the game. You go back to like the first bonfire and oh, sweet, an elevator. However, I want to have my revenge on those dudes, so we're going back up. And my soul's back. But you can get a ladle as a joke weapon. And if you do the mundane infusion, which like at the lowest level, it gives you the highest scaling, but off of that, so you have to have all of your stats on a spread of like 20 is the soft cap for this, or whatever. Then you can... Then it works like pretty okay. Alright, that was on me. That was entirely on me. But it works as like a fast dagger with stupid stat scaling. And I just love the idea of, okay, what are you killing gods with this time? A ladle. Alright, it's at least like a good a broken ladle. A broken, aggressively ordinary label. Alright, what the fuck do we do with you? There is not a penalty. There's not a timeout big enough for the bullshit you... Like, we can't just... You just can't punish a mind like that, because whatever they do, they've already committed to doing worse to themselves. Oh, that's why the Souls-like fandom's insufferable. They just like pain, and whenever you yell at them, it gets worse and worse. Makes sense. You... I don't care about that side of the room. So I want to see what's behind this door. Chests! By chests, I mean there's definitely a mimic or a trap or something in here, because nothing's ever free. Everything involves more pain. Oh! These are actually just free stuff. What? I didn't read any of those. I mean, it doesn't matter, because I'm not going to use any of them. Sword, Royal, Great Sword, Mastodon, Zweihander, Great Sword, Old Knight, Ultra Great Sword, Enchanted Shotel Scimitar, Melus Scimitar, Black Steel Katana, Rapier, Mailbreaker Ricard, blah, 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 Grim Axe. Actually looks good. Grim Great Axe, nice. Magic Mace. I like your funny words, Magic Mace. Winged Spear with the X-Ray ED. Black Knight, Full Moon, Highlands. Nothing of immediate interest. That's a Mary Sound. Sator Ghost found that at camp. Nice. So I do love some good pugilistic necromancy. Alright, which one of you fuckers is it? Which one of you is the statue I cannot trust? And I see that you don't want me to get through that door there. So I'm just... Oh! Oh, sweet. Some of the old Iron Kingsmen, which honestly kind of makes sense of just, hey, we want... hey, as a show of loyalty to to the High King nonsense, we're going to give you some of our best warriors to help out. As beads and silver rings put her hands up for extra holy. Yes, that a while ago I was talking as one of the dumb magic items that I was prone to make, or like dumb hypotheticals to annoy a DM. I had a hypothetical build of how to punch ghosts. Of like, all right, we're going to need all these holy symbols, all this nonsense, silver, salt, everything that can be holy, anointed or whatever. Prayer beads, put that all... Hey Zaratar, how was, Oh, you were playing Bloodstained Curse of the Moon too? Thought last year you were playing Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. I was lurking in there for a bit. Hope you're doing good, and yeah, we are, it's a love-hate relationship, because sometimes it's bullshit. Sometimes I realize I made it harder myself. Ooh, Firestorm. Sometimes it is what it is. Oh, you played both. Nice. Hope you did got some good progress in both. I knew that Mistletoe and Devil Survivor to be a demon balder with a phone strap. It's what he deserves, probably. Probably not. I think it did. You know what? I can totally relate to that, because after stream, I have no idea what I did, just that there's a VOD that I'm going to forget to put up on YouTube until, like, the last minute, and then I see, like, clips and stuff, or moments from it, and people, like, say, hey, remember when you did this on stream? And just give them the old dead eyes of, no, I have no idea what you're talking about. Because I don't. This is a stream where things happen. Sometimes to me, sometimes to you guys, mostly to me, except for when it doesn't. And you know what? We just kind of accept that. Unless you don't, in which case I actively don't remember. Oh. There we go. Every new game plus you gotta spice Balder up. Exactly, this one gets it. Alright, the bigger question is, why did I come here? Where am I going? Should I have gotten to that elevator yet? And why are there so many elephants? Oh boy. You can pack a lot of derms into here. Alright, I said I was... No, wait, I didn't even apologize for that. God, the one thing that I miss when trying Elden Ring is just the fact that in Dark Souls, you can just casually walk around some of these attacks. Like, if you're not there and in their face, doesn't matter, can walk right around them. Elden Ring, they do so much orb of just death, destruction, devastation that you just cannot. Hello, boys! Oh god, those look painful and pointy. That's not better. You have anything smart to say? Alright, good. It seems we're operating under the same amount of brain power, which is 0. Gotten Millennium Elden Ring manga is so annoyed with one boss and she grabs... Well, let me guess, that's... My bet for that is most likely going to be the one where she's summonable. God, I remember that boss fight specifically because I was running Mimic tier and I summoned Millennia because I'm like, wait, she's summonable? She's... You rarely see her outside of, like, 1 or 2, like, optional bonfire conversations. Ooh, worth it. Like, yeah, I'm gonna summon her. And I lazily walked behind the boss, poking him when necessary, because she was like... I'm like, bitch, why do you need me? Like, what part... You're tearing up here. What part of this was I necessary for? I translated guy with the doll and pledge aside. Can't say interpret anymore. That's amazing. Worth it. Science leggings. Ah, sweet, we pushed that guy over and stole his pants. Hey, look, if you look over there, you can see the world just refuse to load. Love that. How the fuck did we get back here? Why the fuck did we go back? Alright, to Majula. So, in terms of I am an idiot who doesn't realize why I've selected a chat box, I got invited to a server and had it I had a server up, and I was just and when I was doing all of my hotkey stuff, I didn't realize I had that server selected, and there are some important organizational things. So it just looked like I was typing, and over there, while they're discussing important things, it's just 097653214. It must be great to know me, because it's like even odds of me being a completely disjointed mess and me actually being somewhat intelligent. Anyway, we're leveling Vigor at this point because I don't know what the fuck else to do, and even though this is Dark Souls 2 and Vigor does not matter in the slightest, it's an option, so we're going to take it. Where are we go? Elevator, right. I'm sorry, the fuck? What do you mean, blah, blah, blah? Where? Oh. Wait. Huh? It's just telling me where all I haven't been now? I actually kind of love this. I want to take a quote. Do it. You have permission. You can just do add quote and put it in there. You have free will. That is just something that you have power to do. You can just do it. I believe in you. I mean, granted, that belief is largely in the sense that I'm pretty sure you're real. Probably. But you can do it. Did I miss some stuff here? Oh no, that's just ladderage. Man, I really hope there's not a Yep, I know you don't really, but... That's exactly why you should do it, because I'll be so fucking confused when that comes up. I will stop stream and stare at it, and it'll be hilarious. Alright, now we're in a completely different place. And first rule, send the ladder down, because there's going to be something that'll crash your face in over here. Sir? No key to the I don't even know what to make of this. I expected something that would smash my face in, not something that had its fat face smashed in. God, Aso and the manga immediately tries to whack Fari over the head too. Okay, that... If I was more comfortable with smacking FromSoft characters over the head, I would totally do that more often, because I'm like, this guy's a jerk. Silent Hill door... There's not a lock on that door. There's a dude on that door, and... My headcanon is just Chosen Undead gets up... Well, not the Chosen Undead. Whoever the fuck this guy is. Gets up here, sees that, and just is so confused that he doesn't know how to proceed. He's like, what do you... I'm going to start using this for D&D. I don't have a setting that justifies the use of this yet. But, like, give your players a puzzle. It's like enrichment in your controller, or in the enclosure. I saw this like little TikTok video of manta rays, which first of all was fucking adorable because those things have eyes on the side of their head and a massive blind spot in the middle, so they were so confused. But they put hula hoops in their enclosure to give them some enrichment, and it's like, yeah, no, the point isn't to give them something new and fun to play with. It's to really just give them a challenge, so even if they don't play or understand this, so long as this confuses the hell out of them, it's all good. Like, that's mission accomplished right there. Wait, door to King's Passage. I feel like I know a King's Passage somewhere. But, like, maybe? Possibly? Wait a second! That was a travel point. No, that was King's Gate, not Passage. I don't know where the fuck to go with this. Let's flail. But yeah, so there's a bunch of manta rays just walk... Nope, not this direction. Just swimming directly into these hula hoops and getting stuck on their eyes. Okay, help me out, chat. I have no idea what the fuck I was talking about before I brought up manta rays. I just know that they're really cute, and that has distracted me entirely, and I don't know what the enrichment... Oh, right, D&D! Never mind. I remember now entirely. Also, I think the Red Bull is hitting now. All 20 ounces and nearly 200 milligrams of caffeine or something, because I am going. Not anywhere. I'm just going. Like, yeah, I think the best thing to do with D&D is don't try to get out of the mindset of you're trying to fight your players, even though I've been in that mindset, and it's really funny to try to kill them, and they just keep on winning. Like, I have flamethrowered someone's face point blank, and they fucking survived, and that is hilarious. I'm just going to keep on doing that until they die or kill God, I guess. Like, get out of the combative of, like, oh, it's us versus you sort of shit. No. Get into the mindset of the DM is a beleaguered zookeeper trying to add enrichment to these fucks' enclosure, and just do things to confuse them. Like that door, a dude chained to it upside down with a lock for a face. I could give that to them, and they'd try to talk to it for tens of minutes, and like, yeah, no, my only goal here is to... Wait, there was another door that was locked somewhere. Does anyone remember where? Because I do not. Like, yeah, my goal is to inflict emotional damage on them because they can't bullshit their way out of that. And to just confuse them. Make them waste the 2-hour session, and if they have fun and are properly befuddled, time well spent. Is this the right room? This is not the right room. Problem is trying to enrich my... No, that is the proper way to do things. GLaDOS had the right idea. More turrets and enemies... Because, like, well, think about it, like, through the lens of Portal. You have platforming and puzzles. No combat. You don't need combat. That is actually false. And many times, some of the sessions I felt were the least fun were mostly combat sessions. Giving them a way to get around combat is a lot more interesting, I feel. Alright, we're going to go try to find that other door, which I think... Oh! I found it. I forgot this is here. Oh, shit. I feel like that is a sign of what to use for this dude, but we'll see. But, like, yeah, you have puzzles, which is much more interesting than combat. Red eyes, that ain't good. Oh, they're weak. Oh, they're Legion. Nice spin kick, Dorcas. Oh, they're using twin blades. Wait, you get puzzles. The enemies that you do have are the turrets, which make you feel bad for killing them because they're cute. Stone Parma. I could go for some chicken parm. Actually, I could just go for some Parmesan. Hold the chicken. There you guys, the grafting contest, in case you ever want to see the tree sentinel behind. Perfect. Julie quote, but playtime's over. Now it's grafting time. Enough talk, and now we fight like men. And women who dress like men. It is morphing time, and however the rest of that Gilgamesh quote goes. God, the way he was stanced up, I thought he was going to be like an actual threat. Instead, he is just a dude. But no, you have the turrets that are so cute you don't even want to fight them, and they become beloved. The real threat is a last minute... Oh, the Looking Glass Knight. They have tried the... God damn. They have tried this concept so many times of you. We're summoning another player to do the dirty work. And it's so funny because you can just completely neutering it by not being online. And I love it every time. Because if you get an enemy that's not online, you get the fake invader type of thing that it has a better AI than most of the enemies, but not a great one. Not compared to the whatever bullshit you might get if there's an actual person. Like, imagine I put down a summon sign and got called to the Looking Glass Knight fight, and they're like, okay, what do you do? Oh god, that is a lot of punching. Especially because I think if I can't outdate, or if I can't outdamage them, I can outlast them, which is just as good. Oh yeah, and then you get the last boss fight in Portal, which is almost always a massive change and a little like, yeah, you know everything else you did? Hope you learned those enrichment tools, because now you gotta do a final exam. And honestly, I could see a D&D, or not specific D&D, because I said but didn't elaborate, that D&D is really good for one thing. I would go for something that is more focused on like narrative encounters, and even a system that just straight up doesn't have a combat system at all. Because that encourages, because if you give my problem with D&D is that it falls into the trap of when all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. When all the game gives you to deal with the problem is violence, you do not have an okay, I cannot roll under that, good to know. You do not have an excuse for being mad that your players only try to solve a problem with violence. Like, that is a tried and true issue for... Oh, ow. For all types of games. That, like, oh, well, why is it hard to get players to, in RPG, to do things that aren't just fight the enemy that's coded to be a massively evil red flag? Because you've trained them in the idea that if you have a combat-looking encounter, you respond to that with violence. And call people out in a game that, yeah, that it only has violence as an option. Always, yeah, those are always the most holier-than-thou, preachy nonsense of, well, why did you only resort to violence? That is the only tool, or if not the only, the biggest one I have at my disposal right now. Of course I went for it. Wait, he's trying to summon someone right now. And that, my friend, was a move that went down to most of your... Wait. Chat, do they know? Does this game actually know Because replace that greatsword with a Zweihander, and that is 100% my usual build. Like, that and Havel's Great Shield is how I beat Dark Souls 1. Wild. Oh, yeah, this is a pre-release boss fight, and they're having people... Oh! So it is... No wonder my build is here. It's a common strength quality build. Of course it's going to... Got Soul Bolt, Spell Quartz Ring, Bonfire Static. Nice. Yeah, no, when I was saying that I got filtered hard at that one room, I wasn't kidding. Everything after this point, completely new to me, and completely new to this profile too. An event where it fought it with preset classes. Also, somehow you sound less tired when you started. Yes, because the mania has started. I am actively going insane. And I think, ooh! Oh, it's plant roots, but it looks like bone. I love that. An event where people fought with preset classes on... Oh, right, I already read that. Oh, sweet, bonfire. God damn it! That ain't bonfire, that's just fire. That, and it's kind of gotten to a point where I'm talking about several hyperfixations while just kind of charging ahead and screaming, so... That sounds bad. Something sounds bad behind me. So, I don't know why this happens or how this happens, but this is nonsense. Fuck! I know this area. This is the... This is the area that has claimed many no-hit runs. Because it's complete and total bullshit. That's saying something. But it's pretty, and it sounds good, so we're just going to have to deal with that. Alright, level me up. Give me the beef! I should probably put more into adaptability, because it ain't getting better from here. But that would require something. I don't know what it would require, but it would be something, so yeah. Yeah, I think it was, No, there was one in one of these games where it... Oh, 20,000. Where you had to get... No, it was a similar gimmick, because they fucking love these summon an NPC invader sorts of deal, and go from there. That it would... No, it was the final boss, Soul Ascender from Dark Souls 3, that used the most popular builds of the previous two games. Like, they had the clear data available, and they just plugged it in and like, alright, this boss is going to filter through several different builds. We are going to use the most popular builds. So it feels like no matter what, there will be a phase where you recognize it and say, wait, I'm fighting myself. Which is such a cool idea for the fact that thematically that boss is just... The cycle of souls has happened again and again. And all of your PCs are in there somewhere. Ah! I see how we got there. Can also be other players too. Good to know. But yeah, I thought there was one that was specifically other players' builds that cleared or your own. Or just all-time highs. I don't know. Oh well, I just back in my mic and not fight. Nope, that does make a sound if you smack it. I think it's preset by the mirror. Yeah, the mirror is always an invader. Whenever they have any sort of mirror, like Mad Monk in Demon Souls, this one, Looking Glass Knight here. I know they had a couple others, but I forget what they were. Mostly because I never play online, because I think it's always a little bit... Thing invasions are just pure bullshit, and I would love a way to have the funny messages of, like... of like Behold Dog or Amazing Chest Ahead or whatever other nonsense there is. Oh, sweet, more stuff I'm never going to use. But I don't want to deal with invaders because I don't think PvP is something I want to subject myself to. Yeah. I mean, the mirror of the shield there is... Oh! They're an invader. You know, I'm not even going to try to finish comprehending there. There was comprehension. For one brief, glorious moment, I knew exactly what you were talking about, and it all made perfect sense. And then I lost it. Alright, there's insta-death water around here. And it's hard to see. Oh! Hey, fuckface! Ah! I wasn't sure if you were the same fuckface as I've been having issues with this entire time, but it seems like you were related. This time for sure, and by this time for sure I do not mean in the slightest. God, what's the... Right, Ash Lake. That's what I'm thinking of. This place has all the vibes of Ash Lake from Dark Souls 1, except for the massive, I'm not sure if I should be here vibe, followed up by the Hydra fucking jumping over you. It's like, oh yeah, I should not be here at all vibe. And I think I only go there for like either farming one or two things. Hey, weirdo. And nothing else. I fight the Hydra because it's like, that's a boss. I want to fight it. But I don't remember going in for like the point of what it's there. Ah! That is the nicest rug in the most shittiest moss-filled hut ever. What you doing with your life?
We knew you were coming.
That's a bad sign.
We are Milfanito.
Hi, I'm Brad.
We
This is a
are
nice
here
name.
to save
Callian,
those
right?
Bound by death and dark.
Wait, I'm bound to death and dark, and you stopped singing when I was
We will
coming.
sing here
I feel stilted.
As we
Chef,
always have.
shafted. Still,
Long.
yeah.
long ago. We know nothing of
Like
the
how
world
Game Chatter is
outside.
basically a shitpost now, despite being an official
And
from
why should we?
Soft Manga Pain,
will
but because of
never
that,
leave.
you're. You know, in all fairness,
Please
my
see what
Discord
it
is
We know nothing.
ex-
for we will know.
has been designed to be a little bit of a
Is
shitpost.
there perhaps
Oh, sweet.
when
Because,
we
like,
the little
I made it because I'm like, yeah, I should probably have a Discord. I don't maintain it because I do not have that big of a social battery, and 9 times out of 10, I'm just like, I don't know what to say or do here, so I'm going to put like the odd thing here, but because there's no consistency, it's not, I'm pretty sure most people have it. No, most people have it muted because I have a thing of where I just straight up do not like high ping servers of constant messages. So it's like, if you want it, you can figure out how to go into the Discord settings yourself and set up reminders and pings and announcements, but by default you have to opt in for @ping roles and turn on channel announcements one by one. Ow. Because that's how I always do it for when I join servers, so you're just gonna have to. So I assume most people like it like that too, and then it's just like like most things actually, I regularly forget it exists. Muted most servers just to keep one. I have, yeah, same. Talking much or too active, but speaking. Yeah, that's the other thing. It's either servers are way too active, it's the hot nonsense of here's one where talk happens occasionally or not at all, or I'm here for the pings and show support. honestly, it's a vibe. It's one of those things of like when you hang around small or mid-level VTubers, you're just like, that's part of the culture. I like it. It's kind of vibe. Okay, this looks like a hole I can get into. Let me in. Yeah. Hey, duder. Ooh. This looks like disaster and death lies behind here. I'm in. I was right! This looks awful! So much water. Oh, God. Fuck off! You missed. Where's double dislike is Thassel? Yeah, it's a special type of thassalophobic hell. It's, as I've said multiple times, the worst thing a game can be is a pain in the ass. Because being hard, yeah, that's fine. That's perfectly acceptable. Hell, a big thing of what draws people here is that these games are difficult without preparation or an idea of what the hell you're doing. But annoying? That is something that I cannot stand, because that is just... I would rather have something be hard, but it's a matter of leveling or figuring out the trick or something on my end. When a game is just like, I died and that is very annoying, that's when it's just... I mean, it does exactly what it... Why are you over there, you big chubby dude? Chubber. That's just when it becomes too much. Come on! I should have taken cover. Place a double dislike. Oh yeah, I read that. I forgot. Yep. I think I'm going to call it a little bit early, partially because there's a handful of stuff that I kind of want that's now approaching. Like, I should probably do that, or I should probably put some attention onto that. So, and you know what? We're in fresh hell. This is good enough. We can come back to this when the brain is fresh. So, we are going to yeet you at another Eldritch Horror. Our, Wonder, aka Bimgle, is playing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. They're amazing person, very chill streamer, amazing voice actor too. So yeah, go check him out, and see you tomorrow. Maybe. I don't know. Might be Doom, might be something else. DQRMA. Did I read all those pages? Put it in, I guess. Place. True. So, it's a repository. Well, see ya.